If a mosquito gets into your room tonight, sleep can fall apart. Not because the insect is powerful, because that sound means your body has been found. Now, remove the room. No walls, no screens, no sealed door, no fan, no bug spray, no mattress lifted safely off the floor. For most of human history, that was normal. Night came with mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and flies. So how did ancient humans sleep? Probably not bug-free, bug-managed. And some of the oldest evidence makes that look deliberate. At Sibudu Cave in South Africa, about 77,000 years ago, people built bedding from plant material. That already matters. They were not just collapsing on bare stone. They were creating distance between skin and ground. Then comes the stranger detail. Some of that bedding included aromatic leaves, leaves from plants with insect-repelling chemistry. So this may have been more than a soft mat. It may have been a bed designed to make biting insects less welcome. That changes the whole picture. Ancient sleep was not just exhaustion, it was setup. Someone had to gather the plants. Someone had to choose the right ones. Someone had to notice what helped. Because a bed solves one problem and creates another. Softer ground means more comfort. More comfort means more warmth, smell, skin flakes, and shelter. For a human body, that is rest. For insects, that is an address. That is the catch. The better the bed gets for you, the better it can get for the things that want to bite you. So the system had to include cleanup. At Sibudu, people did not seem to make bedding once and forget it. They refreshed it. And after about 73,000 years ago, old bedding was burned. That sounds simple. It is actually brilliant. If insects are hiding in the mat, burn the mat. If eggs are buried in old plant material, burn the plant material. If the sleeping surface is becoming a habitat, erase the habitat. Not perfectly, but enough to make tomorrow night better than last night. Sibudu is not the only clue. At Border Cave, researchers found grass bedding going back roughly 200,000 years. Some of it sat with ash. That detail looks small until you think like a crawling pest. Ash is dry, fine, and abrasive. It can interfere with movement and help dehydrate tiny bodies. So the sleep surface may have worked in layers. Soft bedding above, ash below. A human body raised off the floor. A dry barrier between skin and whatever crawled through the dark. Then there was smoke. Smoke bothers us, but to biting insects, it can be a warning cloud. Modern field studies still show that certain plant and wood smoke can reduce mosquito biting. Ancient people did not need a lab to learn that. They needed repeated nights. Fire here, fewer insects. Wind shift, more insects. One plant works better than another. One sleeping spot turns bad faster than another. That is field science without paper. But smoke had a price. Too little and insects find you. Too much and everyone breathes it. So the real skill was not just making fire, it was placing it. Where will the smoke travel? Where will it settle? Where do the children sleep? How close is protection? How close is suffocation? That is the hidden intelligence of ancient sleep. Not one trick, a system. Choose dry ground. Clear it. Build bedding. Add useful plants. Use ash. Keep smoke near enough. Burn what turns bad. Repeat. Night after night. That is why ancient shelters can fool us. The soft parts vanished. The leaves rotted. The grasses broke down. The smoke disappeared. But the traces stayed. Plant fibers, charcoal, ash, burned layers, patterns that say people built beds, used them, cleaned them, and built them again. What survives is not just material, it is routine, learned routine, past routine. The goal was probably never perfection. Ancient humans did not need 0 insects. They needed fewer bites, fewer ticks, less crawling, less disease risk, enough sleep to function the next day. That is what modern bedrooms hide from us. Today, good sleep means sealing the world out. Ancient sleep meant negotiating with it. So the ancient bed was not just grass. It was technology made from the landscape. A soft layer, a chemical layer, a dry layer, a smoke layer, and a memory layer. Because every bad night taught the next better one. So when one mosquito ruins your sleep tonight, remember this. That irritation is ancient. Your body knows what night once meant. But your ancestors were not helpless. They used plants. They used ash. They used smoke. They burned old bedding. They paid attention. Long before bug spray, humans were already engineering better sleep, not by escaping nature, by learning exactly how close to let it come.